Greetings and welcome to Reforged. In this episode, we are going to be recreating and upgrading the Freedom Gundam, as it was the winner of the last poll. If you have suggestions for other mechanized characters we should take a look at on this series, feel free to leave it in the comments, and then I will put the top picks in a poll to be voted upon. And before we begin, if you're enjoying the content and you want to see more, feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. It helps me out a ton. That's right, Ronan, I did it again. But without further ado, let us begin. Alrighty, starting with the original build's loadout, the recreation, we have the multi-energy rifle Karasawa, and much like the last Gundam video we did, this is meant to emulate the beam saber, as it's pretty similar in how unique it is and strong it is with its multi-charge attacks, especially the supercharge, very much emulating the railgun nature of the beam rifle. Indubitably. Next we have the explosive thrower, of course meant to emulate the shield that is both on the natural Gundam and the Freedom. However, the Freedom Gundam also sports a beam saber, which is very similar to the pulse blade, both in functionalities and look-wise a little bit, and so for the default you can go with either or. And then for the shoulder mounts, for the Freedom wings, the plasma beam cannons, we of course have plasma cannons, the Facons, which their normal attack is pretty meh, slow projectile, decent damage, but their charge attacks are where they shine. They charge up pretty quick. The reload takes about like 9 or so seconds, so it's very similar to an earshot if you're familiar. However, the charge attack is incredibly fast, or has an incredibly fast projectile, and it deals a lot of damage, especially on the direct hit, and its AoE is huge. So if you have two of these and you stagger an opponent, you can very much melt 90% of their HP, pretty much no matter the build. And of course I'm rocking two of them to give the double wing aesthetic. Alternatively, you could use the LCAs for more aesthetic, I suppose, but functionality not too dissimilar, but given the cannons were described, to me anyway, as plasma beam cannons, I figure using plasma cannons makes the most sense. For the frame parts, going with the VP-44D head, the Melander core, the 46S arms, and the HAL legs, as I think they look the closest to the Freedom Gundam's appearance. For the inner parts or boosters, going with Alula, as it fits very well with the theme of this build, has all the important stats as thrust, quick boost, assault boost, all the good stuff. For SCS, going with Ocellus, although you could easily just go with Talbot, especially with these arms, that you have a decent chance at sniping with the Facons or the Karasawa. And for generator, NGI, as it's the best generator that can handle all of this tech. And then lastly for expansion pulse armor. And as you can see with this current configuration, although built for style, is overburdened, so that gives us a pretty significant speed nerf. Alrighty, and for playstyle, if you fully charge up the Karasawa, and of course the Facons, air energy recharge is going to be pretty bad. But if we land the full Karasawa, probably staggers our opponent into the Facons, and if they don't die, explosive thrower. Or of course, if the full charge Karasawa doesn't land completely, lead with the explosive thrower to get a bit of impact initially, so if the initial hit, you have to rely on the plasma linger to finish the stagger, and all that good stuff. So overall, pretty strong powerhouse of weapons. At a medium range, most of this is evaded though, so it's not the most optimal, but if you are in a incredibly close range situation and the enemy isn't too wise or fast, then this can absolutely melt them. The overburden is a bit of a bugger, so you have to sacrifice some of the drip, some of the aesthetic. But yes, this is the original variant, my recreation. I'll have a share code to it in the description, as well as the upgraded variant. And speaking of, let's take it into the forge and see how we can optimize. Alrighty, for the upgraded loadout, we have the linear rifle Harris. Very similar to the last Gundam upgrade, this very much has all the upsides of the Karasawa in its one-shot stagger type deal, especially comboed with melee, while having none of the downsides of the slow charge time, slow reload, and EN and weight. So basically, this will be a much better railgun weapon. Next, we have the pulse blade, keeping the beam saber over the shield. You can run the shield on this, although it's not super optimal. And then lastly, for the shoulder mounts, of course, keeping the plasma cannons, as they're the only plasma cannons we have. Alternatively, you could rock double LCSs, as they are also decently similar, and would definitely add for a lot more versatility, as double LCS is very nice for impact and damage. They're very solid. Using the charge attacks isn't warranted, I don't think, unless for a very niche stagger punish if you know it will kill the enemy. However, the Facons do add a very nice combo. A little gimmicky, but if it lands, it will be devastating. For the frame parts, keeping the VP-44D head, as not only is it a good head, but it matches the aesthetic of the the build. Going with the Melander core for its nice durability to weight, as well as the Basho arms, as well as, of course, we have a melee weapon, so getting a lot of damage out of that is very nice. And we don't need the recoil control or firearm spec with the Charge Harris if we have an FCS that has max close range. And same story with the Melander legs as the core, very light for its durability, allowing the speed preferable to land such a devastating combo. For the inner parts, for boosters, we have Kinkaku, which have max melee attack thrust, which is very necessary for this type of build to work, as we'll get onto in a bit. For SCS, going with Ocellus, as pre-mentioned, it helps our arms actually land shots. And for generators, sticking with NGI, as again, having max capacity on a build like this, melee cancelling is necessary, and we cannot run the Sentai. And for expansion, Pulse Armor, which has some nice synergy with the build as it allows us to get a nice reset, as if we miss or even land the facades and it doesn't kill the enemy, it is very nice to pop this to give us enough time to fully reload. Alright, for playstyle, charge up both the Karasawa and the Harris, feint in a Pulse Blade into charged, into the Harris True combo, into the facades to melt, and if they pop their PA a little too early, the plasma will just stick in under the bubble, doing high amounts of damage indeed. You can of course get above the enemy and shoot out some nice uncharged shots just for some nice chip damage, as well as feint in and just shoot off some raw plasma to get the stagger into melee punish. Indubitably. So yeah, some decent versatility, although of course if we get the stagger and use the facades as the stagger punish, that is the preferred outcome. But yes, this is the Freedom Gundam Mark II. Also, last episode, we upgraded the Gundam EX from the Requiem for Vengeance show. And in that video, I asked y'all for any suggestions for what we should name the upgraded variant. And out of the bunch, I think Gundam 9B has a nice ring and meaning to it. Given to us by this commenter, of course. So Gundam 9B it shall be. And if you have a suggestion for this new upgraded Freedom Gundam, feel free to leave the name in the comments below and I will choose it in the next video we make. But with all that out of the way, I shall now throw this into some PvP up into the A rank and see how it performs. Enjoy. Alright, to the watch point. What are we to face as the new upgraded Gundam? Ooh. Laser shotgun, estrogen, single cell plasma, and the Duo O. It's not, it's vertical. Never mind. Does the alternate Duo 03. Interesting. Gonna be kind of hard to catch, but if we can, that would be pretty mighty indeed. Decently close range, so at least we won't have to fake too much. Nice. Go for that charge. Really helped us out there. Pop this so I can recover all my schmeat, energy, and all that. Wait to charge my facades. My energy is nice and dandy. Go ahead, fire that off. Yes! Yes! GG's, man, GG's. Yeah, having the stance as such a lightweight is often not worth it. See if we can't do it again. Yeah, so debating on whether or not I want to go Fasana or LCSs. I guess I could go either, but I do like the Fasana combo, just absolutely melting. Always just backpedaling, not really dodging in or anything like that. Seems like he's not entirely used to dodging such a thing. I don't really need my Fasans for this, I don't think. Let's raw shot it. Ooh, maybe I get a raw charged. Yeah, there it is. The equivalent of an assault armor out of me weapons. G to the G's. Cool Ricky Rats don't look at explosions. GG. Alright, what have we next? What have we next? Ooh. I see, I see. This is a Gundam cosplay too, no? Oh my god, double songbird. Oh god, if I eat those coming in for the melee, that would be rough. I see, it's the RX-772 gun cannon. I believe that's a mobile suit, no? Oh god. The explosions. Let's charge this up. Nice, we got her done. Assault, interesting. I don't think I would take all of that. Alright, we've done the songbirds yet, that's good. Let's charge these up. Now he does. So is one. Original save for now. Save for a rainy day, perhaps. I want to get above. Drop these. Yeah, GG's, man. It's pretty fun seeing another type of Gundam cosplay here in ranked, in the A rank of all places too, man. GG's, it's fun. Alright, let's get closer before I have to burn a bunch of energy. I can outpace a lot of these bullets naturally. I did that one pretty late, although Pretty far up for the Harris. Alright, let's get our energy back. Let's get our croissants back above all else. Nice, good hits. Good stagger. Salt. Let's hit this. I don't have much. Didn't have much stability left. A couple pew pews, and there it is. GG's, man. GG's. The Freedom Gundam is just the superior mobile suit AC. G to the G's. Alright. Oh boy. Javelin, double javelins. The Estrogen, and I think it's a duo 03. Can barely see over the shoulder. Okay. Pretty light man. The bazooka's gonna be a little iffy to dodge around, but I think we got it. It's pretty light though, so honestly, if we just kind of brute force it, we should be able to cut the distance, methinks. Where's he going? Master flank, perhaps? Oh, no, there he is. Out the gate. No proxy dead on that, thankfully. Let's fade it one more time. Oh, he went for the firing. Not good. Got a lot of distance though out of the pulse wave charge. I wish I could get such distance. He was lighter though, so it makes sense. There we go. Yeah, the PA. Damn, dude. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they patched out the plasma just going underneath the pulse armor, because it does feel really, like, cheap, I suppose. Because, like, expansions should be used for a second life, especially if it's just, like, PA or something like that. You know, there are some nuances to it, but, yeah, you know. For the most part, it's a second life. It's a little reset to give you a chance just in case you got wombo comboed. But, yeah, the fact that the Sans pretty much plasma negates that, and also has so many other upsides, it's like, it doesn't really feel justified that it should be that good. Get my stagger to go down. Don't want to rush in with this much. I might get javelined. Yeah, there it is. If I had my stability obtained. Oh, he's just spam boosting. What does he have for booster? He's not dodging very far at all. Maybe I can get a look before he explodes. Jarvis analyzed. He is a Lula. What the hell? Interesting that he wasn't dodging very far. Very interesting, very interesting. GG though, GG. Alrighty, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, a huge thank you to my channel members, my Egg Crusaders, Arch Shadow, Metal, and now Magpie. Thank you all so much for becoming channel members. And yeah, have yourselves a very, very good one. And peace.